Nebuchadnezzar was the instrument, but God was the author. That's right, brothers. God is the God of history and of our lives. Like them, you and I are where we should be, in the job, in the neighborhood, in the city, in the country, in the strategic location by God's design. It is not our ability, intellect or sagacity that has taken us there. It is by God's purpose that we are as pilgrims where He has placed us. This should open our eyes to the realities of God's purpose in everything that happens in our lives and be attentive to how we can serve in the kingdom where He has placed us. So, the first thing is to have a mission mentality in our pilgrimage. I am where I am because of the Lord's purpose and design to fulfill God's mission. Then, the Lord continues saying to the pilgrims, to the foreigners, build houses and live in them. Plant vineyards and cultivate. Get married and multiply. What was He telling them? Settle in the place of your pilgrimage. This pilgrimage is going to be a long time. When you go to a place for a walk, you take your suitcases and live off your suitcases for the time you are a tourist in the place. But here the Lord is telling you, unpack your suitcases, bring the moving goods. Buy a house, work to support yourself and establish your families as if you were at home. This time of pilgrimage will not be short. That is, the Lord wants us to know that our pilgrimage will be long. He wants us to settle down, knowing that we are not at home, but at the same time knowing that we must develop our daily lives and families as if we were at home, facing daily challenges with the ethics of the kingdom to which we belong. That is, my brothers, it is not about withdrawing from the world. Although we are not of the world, we are in the world. We are pilgrims, we are not of the world, but our pilgrimage will be prolonged, so it is necessary to develop our lives in the world, maintaining our identity and citizenship, going against the current on many occasions, but not ceasing to live our life and our history in interaction with the world for the glory of God. Finally, God through Jeremiah tells the pilgrims, seek the well-being of the city where I have deported you, and ask the Lord for it, because your well-being depends on the well-being of the city. It's not just about developing your normal life in a foreign city. Otherwise there is an active part to do for the place where they are. He says, seek the welfare of the city and pray to the Lord for it. This is something active that we must do for the place where we live, seek and pray for the well-being of the city. The word well-being in this verse is the word shalom. Shalom is more than peace. It is a state of general well-being, total peace, fullness of life. God then says that the pilgrims must be working, seeking the shalom of the city, in addition to begging God to bring His shalom to the city. My brothers, this reminds us that God does not want us as a Christian community to isolate ourselves in four walls or make our ghetto or exclusive colony, but rather to actively get involved so that there is shalom in our city. May we pray and work for the well-being of the place where God has us as pilgrims. These words were originally said to some people